not to bring it back to the spice, but I really like how Lucas has like this obsession with just playing with yeah. He's just always grabbing his
You can say the word here, it's okay. Yeah.
His dingle.
He's grabbing his dingle dongle all the time.
Hello, brats, and welcome back to another episode of Rainbow Book Rats, a queer romance podcast where four feral rats nerd out about their favorite reads. On this episode of Digging Deeper, we will be talking about our recent buddy read and doing a deep dive into a bookish topic one of us is foaming at the mouth to talk about. So grab a treat, settle in, and let's get to yapping. I'm JD, my pronouns are they, them, and my favorite flower is a hydrangea.
Hydrangea.
Oh, pretty.
I love them. I love them so much. All the pretty colors they come in.
Flowers.
I find them so interesting too, that they change
Yeah.
color based on the pH of the soil. So fun.
Wow. I didn't know
And I
that.
just love I
Yeah.
love seeing all the different colors. It makes me very happy. Every time I see a hydrangea, I'm like one of those people who says like points to the cows on the highway and goes cow. That's
Oh,
me.
I
do
love
that.
that. Yeah.
Me too.
Also sheep, you got to do it for sheep too.
Yeah.
Our neighbour, like 2 houses down, has one, and every year I'm like, I should steal that hydrangea.
You should. I can't have one because my house gets pretty much full sun at all times. And
yeah.
that's not good for a hydrangea. So
Oh.
I'm very bummed out about that.
I didn't know that. I know nothing about
They're
gardening.
so pretty.
You should build a pergola.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Do you remember those plants we bought at the nursery? They're still not in the ground.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're just sitting
Didn't
on
one
the
of them
porch.
blow away?
It's fine now. It's better. But that bag of strawberry plants that my sister brought home, dead.
Oh no.
I'm Kit, they, he, and as a child, I spent several months convinced that there was a peach tree growing in my stomach because I managed to swallow a whole peach
Oh
stone.
my god.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Right? Thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah. As far as we know, there is no sign of leaves.
Do you poop peaches?
Not sure.
I would notice.
Honestly, my swallowing skills, surprisingly, like I'm a loss to the dick world and the dildo world.
Wow. That's a real shame.
It is. As a teenager, I thought it was really cool to like dry swallow tablets.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
do that.
I would throw up.
I would throw up. I literally just tried to do that 2 weekends ago on our way up to Washington because I needed to take my meds and I didn't have water. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try to dry swallow Alex. And he's like, you're not going to do it. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I was like in my mouth, I'm like,
Yeah, me and Megan are the dry heave team of pill swallowers, even with liquid.
I've choked on a Tic Tac before. I couldn't.
Oh no.
We should start hiding pills and cheese, and then we'll be able to eat them.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
Was the other person a vet?
Nope.
It's my
That was
turn.
fact.
I had a Katie moment
Just
there.
staring at each other.
I'm Megan, she, her, they, them, and I am Elden Lord.
Oh yeah, that's
What's
true.
that?
So there's
I
this
learned
video
this
game.
yesterday.
There's a video game called Elden Ring, which is notoriously like very difficult
Very
to beat.
difficult.
Like somebody, even like pro gamers have trouble beating it. And when I used to play video games a lot, I was like obsessed with the game. And not even just the end boss is hard. It's like a lot of the steps to get to the end boss are really difficult. And I got to the end boss, and it took me like 3 days to beat him. And I did it, and I was so proud of myself. And
I would be proud.
Pro.
yeah,
Round of applause.
JD told me that Matt hasn't even beat it.
Yeah, Matt hasn't beaten
suck
it.
it, Matt.
wow.
He's very good at that.
We love you, Matt.
Yeah. He's going to feel so bad about himself now.
I still have a recording of it if he wants to watch and take notes.
Oh. I'll ask. Whenever he plays video games like that and he dies, I was like, don't you remember I told you needed to get good scrub? I'm like, what did I say?
Supportive.
What did I say? And he was like, you said get good. Yeah, did you? No. Here we are again.
Poor Matt. Hi. Okay. The head tilt. I'm Katie, she, her, and I've been to Disneyland 3 times, and it was all within 8 months.
Wow.
Whoa.
All 3 trips with 3 different people, well, 3 different groups, and I
Wow.
don't remember any of them.
Who are you people?
I've blacked these trips. Well, I remember the trips, but like I've forgotten so much. So the first one was with my 8th grade class, and then the second one was with Georgiana, and my sister. Georgiana was my mom, and then the third trip was with my foster family once I was placed with them, with Mickey and my foster sisters, and all 3 trips were terrible. Apparently, I hear.
Oh no.
All 3 trips were terrible because of me.
I was going to say there's a common denominator here.
Okay, so it was like the worst 8 months of my life, but
Oh.
I have one picture from any of these trips, and it's a picture of me standing next to Belle with a shirt that says "You had me at hell no," and like just black makeup, like super thick eyeliner. I look so sad.
Aww.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we need to take a trip to Disneyland.
Yes. Yeah.
I will go with you. I have a pass still.
Yeah.
I don't.
I would.
Can
love
we
to
all
go
go
back to
in
Disneyland.
emo though? Like, can
Yeah.
we recreate the emo look?
Yes.
That's my
yes.
default state anyway. So
Excellent.
no worries.
I've got Satan on my shirt right now.
Wow.
Oh.
Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Digging Deeper, where we're going to talk about Their Boy by Cara Dee,
Yay!
which was Megan's Buddy Read pick.
Yay.
And, well, I guess I'll just pass it right on over to Megan.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
get in there, Tiger.
Get up in there.
Get up all in there, boy.
Maybe don't get all up in there, but just get in there.
Okay. So Their Boy by Cara Dee is the second book of the game series. The first book, when I read the game series the first time, was now the first book was actually like a prequel, was like a 0.5 novella. And to me, those just mean it's suggested reading. Mm-hmm. So in my heart, Their Boy is still the first book of the series.
Okay.
So Their Boy is about Kit, who
Me.
is on this podcast right now.
That kid.
Listen, the amount of kits we talk about in
There's
this
a lot of kids in the book world at the moment, and it
Yeah.
is getting a little confusing. Yeah.
Honestly,
Sometimes,
though,
yeah.
it makes me really happy because before that, a lot of the name Kit was often quite a feminine name over here. So it makes me really happy
Yay!
to see more masculine characters.
So yeah, this is Kit, who is a little and is new to kink and new to House McLean or McLean House, whichever one you.
House McLean.
Which is what?
Which is a BDSM
It's a kink community.
Yeah,
Sorry.
community. Yeah, exactly. No, you could come in and
How dare you help?
I'm all for. But it's not your typical community. It's not like a dungeon that, you know, you go in and you're dressed all sharply and you walk around. Like, it's like literally a community that like has a house and has munches and stuff like that. So
Honestly, it's much more real life
yeah, okay.
than a lot of the books. Yeah.
Oh, good.
That you see.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Kit. The book starts off with Kit going to a munch, and poor Kit has a very sad, lonely life. And he's very excited about it, and he shows up, and he's had his eyes on these two daddies for a while, Colt and Lucas. He has a run-in with Colt in the bathroom that kind of makes him like he feels embarrassed about, is that the word? Or like
He wants to run away and never come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's you know, reading it I was like, it wasn't that bad, but poor Kit's, you know, unsure of himself. And
As the resident anxious bean, I would just like to say that Kit's reaction in the bathroom is exactly what I would have done too.
Yeah, same.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'd have even gone back up. I would have just left.
Yeah, same. I can't believe you went back up there. I wouldn't have.
Yeah,
Even
he's
if
so
my
brave.
stuff was up there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Colt's a bit intimidating, so like
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so okay, I'm doing really bad at the job of this, you guys. Sorry. So
You're doing fine.
okay, so we have Kit. Like I said, he lost his parents a little while back, and even when his parents were alive, his mom was really overprotective, and like had all these strict rules for him, like can't drink soda, you can't eat certain things, he had to dress a certain way, and there were certain things he couldn't do. And then when he lost
transportation,
I know,
Like,
poor
yeah,
guy.
His mom like had this big fear that he was gonna get abducted, like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because she worked with like trafficked children. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So
but also they were kind of like an affluent family, and I think that her fear also was around that because they were kind of more well known in the community, and she was just very paranoid and kind of like transferred all that onto him.
So he loses his parents in a car accident, and he was the only survivor. And poor guy's like covered in all these scars and everything like that he's very self-conscious about. And so he's gotten tattoos to cover them up, but still is kind of anxious about showing off his tattoos because he doesn't want people to see the scars beneath. And it's also like a very strong metaphor for him too. Like, I think that he also has these walls up that he doesn't want to really bring down and let people see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he's very comfortable in his little bubble.
I know. And yeah, he's got his
comfortable but sad.
I know.
Yeah.
Lonely. Yeah.
Lonely. But he's got Vincent, who is his driver, who sometimes like makes excuses to come by and like watch TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then his housekeeper
Rosa?
Rosa. Yeah.
Yes, housekeeper / like chef, who is like kind of becomes a mother figure for him.
I love her.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
And then so you have Colt and Lucas, who have been together for, I want to say 9 years at this point.
Yeah.
It's been a long
I think
time.
it's 9. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're both daddy doms who have been looking for a while, and set their sights on Kit.
After the bathroom incident.
Exactly. After after they realize how cute he is. They're both daddy doms. Colt is a sadist.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Colt is a sadist, and he also comes off as very brash sometimes, and
Mhm.
He's in the military too, so he's
very
Yeah.
cocky.
he has a little bit of like a militant attitude.
he's cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's very sweet too. He's got some
Yes.
cuddles and
Well, it's almost like
Yeah.
the harshness, brashness of him makes it more sweet when he does do the cuddles and is a
Yeah.
little bit more soft
Yeah.
towards Kit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Lucas is just a good old,
Cockle.
okay,
Okay, all that.
that too. Yeah, Lucas is just kind of.
He's very sweet.
He's very sweet.
He really enjoys like the caretaking aspects, doesn't he? And
he does.
Yeah, and cuddles with his boy.
He's more of the middle. He's the middle.
He's Vers. He's
yes.
versatile.
There we go.
Yeah.
And he's more of like the nicer. He's like the middle. He's like, so you got Kit, who is the little and who is like very shy and very meek, and then you've got Colt, who is the opposite of that, and then you got Lucas, who's like the middle person, who is like.
We'll just say that Lucas and Kit switch out as the lucky Pierre, not in this book, not in this book, but in general,
exactly.
Does that help clear it up?
And then Kit loves airplanes, and Colt flies airplanes, and so that's kind of like where their meet cute is Kit's wearing a shirt that has, I don't know, a specific airplane on it.
I think it's an F-19, but I might be wrong.
Okay. I don't know planes. Alex does, and I leave that to him. But yeah, Kit's wearing a shirt with a plane on it. And then Colt is like, basically confronts him about it.
Yeah. I had highlighted a quote in our buddy read about this because I thought it was so funny. It was from the bathroom, and they were talking about if the plane is called, I think his shirt it was a raptor on it. And Colt was saying like, that plane's not as good as the
F-16.
16
Viper?
I don't know.
The Viper.
The F number.
We know planes.
Airplane. And Kit is like, I know that it's not better. Like, that's my favorite plane. Like, and so Kit just says, I didn't say the Raptor was my favorite plane. Have a good day. And then he leaves the bathroom.
Aw, baby.
And at that point, I would have left. That's where I would have made my swift exit. But Kit's braver than me.
Because Colt's like, what is your favorite plane? And he's like, it is a Raptor. It's the one Colt flies. And he's like, no, that's a great thing to say to a
pilot of the plane. And and Kit said like, well, I'll be sure to say it when I meet one. And then Colt's like, well, you just did. That was a meep moment. Where he realized that he was just mouthing off to the pilot he would like normally idolize, and it happens to be the daddy that he's been lusting over too. So he's like, I just ruined everything. Oh, poor little guy.
I know. And then he's talking to Abel about about it in the who Abel is his friend who is from the Seattle, right? Yeah, he's from the Seattle area, and he's part of that kink club.
And he's from the book Power Play, also by Cara Dee.
Yes, love that book.
Is that in the same series or no?
It's a different.
It's from the Camassia Cove series.
Oh, okay. I want to read his book.
Please be proud of how I pronounced that. Because
I was like, that's not how I knew. I thought I was like, it's a Camissa Cove. But yeah, you can read that one as a standalone because not all the books in that series are kink or or there's like it's a kind of like a very wide variety of books in that series.
Yeah, they're very much standalone.
Yeah,
Power Play is definitely.
So yeah, from there,
apparently,
we can't start that.
I know. So yeah, Colt and Lucas are looking for a little, and Kit's looking for a daddy's.
Well, they're looking for a place to live.
No, they
Kit realizes that they're looking for a place to live, and his dad was part of like a bunch of different companies, but one of them did real estate rental, and so he thought, oh, maybe this is something I could offer that would be worth something, and then they would
not
need
think
me
I
for
was
something, and I could worm my way into meeting up with them somehow,
and they'll forget about the plane thing.
Yeah. So he offered
they come
to
over,
find a rental for Lucas And Lucas
Yeah.
was like, okay, great. And so, yeah, they go over to his house to look at listings that he's found through his business partner.
And Colt has him take him on like a little tour of the house, and up to his room. And when he sees the room with all his, or he sees his room and it's like super plain, and he's like, "Where's your, where do you actually like hang out?"
Stuff.
Yeah,
because he's got one model plane on the side, and he's like, "You made that, but where's the mess?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes him into his like craft studio, his office, where he has all his planes and all his craft stuff. And then Colt, that's when he was like, okay, I've seen enough. Like,
yeah, this is the boy for us.
Yeah, it was like, that's when he decided, okay, all right. And then he's like, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna come back. I've got a plan. And he's like all mysterious about it.
Yeah. Like he walks up to Lucas and says like, he's like, okay, like it kind of does like a nod to Lucas, like, yeah, we've got this. Like this is the one.
He's like, you remember the exception that proves the rule or something.
Yeah.
And we don't know what that means, but
yeah.
But Kit is the exception. So they come back that weekend and they have like a sleepover weekend with movie night and sorry. By this point they've told Kit that they're interested in having, he thinks that they just want a dynamic with him. They've said they want to build something with him. They mean potentially a relationship, but Kit's really down on himself, so he doesn't understand that that's what they mean.
He doesn't fully grasp that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have their first kiss, and they immediately also get to the spice. So that's nice.
Yes.
The movie night that they have, like immediately Colt kind of like takes him into his lap and is like cuddling. I love that because you do not have to wait long for them to get like visually, what is the word? Touching?
Physically.
Physically. Oh, wow. Physically affectionate. Like they're very physically affectionate right off the bat, sort of.
Right.
And
Colt is kind of just like, do you want this? And Kit's like, well, yeah. And then he just like picks him up and brings him to the couch. And like sets him on his lap. And he's like, okay, here we are.
Yeah.
It's very cute. Yeah. And Kit's
it's
just
very
like,
no nonsense, but it's very sweet too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I like that they really push him out of his comfort zone because, like, he is very much in a little bubble. He lives in the house as his parents left it. He wears the clothes his mom wanted him to wear. He does, like, he just still lives kind of by those unspoken rules that they had for him. And Colt and Lucas really push him out of that and help him blossom.
Yeah, they give him the homework, okay, I want you to, pick out a t-shirt to start wearing to show off your like scars and stuff like that. Certain things that like you said will push him out of his comfort zone.
And not just a random t-shirt, but like a shirt that you want to wear that you picked out. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as opposed to his normal wardrobe, which is just like button up
and slacks.
Long sleeve shirts.
Yeah.
And long pants. Yeah, he doesn't.
He dresses
really
like my dad. Yeah.
His body at all. And he even sometimes wore usually he wore a tie.
Yeah.
And the time when he went to the first munch, he didn't wear the tie and he rolled up.
He was like, I'm letting loose
a little bit, and he was like, whoa, yeah.
There's a quote here, Katie, that you had put in the buddy read, and it's Lucas and Kit talking, and it's Lucas, and he says, "Don't let him unnerve you, dear." And then too late is what Kit says. I laughed shakily. He paused right in front of me in the doorway and tilted his head at me. "Well, if it makes you feel any better, you've unnerved us too." That didn't compute. "What? How?" He chuckled warmly and leaned closer. My breath hitched as he cut my jaw and ghosted his thumb across my cheek. "You're a compelling boy, Kit. That's how." And that shows you also Lucas is
he's so sweet and he's very nurturing. He's I would say he's the nurturing partner.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. But he also trusts to let Colt do Colt's thing. He doesn't. I kept expecting him to kind of step in certain times where Colt was being Colt.
I would say they're both daddy doms, but Lucas is more daddy and Colt is more Dom.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
They both want to be daddy. They're both Doms, but they're both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
And so the reason why this series is called the Game Series is because the McLean house starts a
House
kind
McLean.
of like brat.
Innocent face.
Yeah.
So innocent.
the whole series is about the games that they put on in almost every book. It's like a different type of kink game, and so this is the first of the games series of the games, and Kit joins it with Colt. And if you haven't read, like I said, this was my first full kink book, and so when I first read it, I was kind of unnerved because I was like, oh, this is like, I was like, you were like, does Kit want this? Like, is Colt pushing Kit too much? And in the end, it ends up being like, no, that's what, like, Colt knew what Kit needed.
Yeah, definitely.
His friend flies down with his.
Oh yeah,
daddy,
I skipped
too.
over that whole thing.
And Abel and Madigan come down to visit, and they're going to be there for the event, although they're not taking part.
Yeah, they all drive down together.
Yeah, but before that though, yeah, Abel and Madigan and Colt and Luke and Kit all kind of go out on a date, and
Well, he gets in trouble.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lucas and Colt are like, we're so proud of you, but also we're going to spank the hell out of you. Well,
Yeah.
you're going to be in trouble.
He does
Keep
kind
doing
of,
it, but also stop.
yeah, he does kind of take it a little far, and then I do appreciate that Cole is like, okay, this is where your limit is, right? Because Kit hasn't had that. Like, he had his mom who put up
Way too much.
too many limits, and then he's been without
Yeah, and then it was just suddenly nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
At first you're like, oh, well, Colt's being like an asshole, but then it's like, no, this is setting up a boundary, show that you do love them and you do care about them. I thought it was a good moment in where Colt was like showing Kit in a different way, we love you and you can do this stuff and we'll still love you after the punishment. Everything's forgiven and we can go back to being cuddly and cute and having sprinkles.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, Kit loves ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, he loves sprinkles delivered via ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love when they give him an allowance and like he's like, how much is ice cream?
He has like no real world sense of like what things cost because one, he's rich, but two, like he kind of like lives in like a perfect world where like he doesn't have to worry about costs of anything. So like he had no idea what ice cream costs at like fancy ice cream places, and so they give him an ice cream allowance of like $20 a month or something, and he's got to survive a week, which
should be plenty for most people, but he's like, how am I gonna do this? And then Lucas was like, well, Daddy and I will still pay for your ice cream when we're all together, but that's just for when you go get ice cream.
For like,
I thought it was so sweet because like it's cute and like it's ice cream, but it's also like real world teaching him to budget on his own and like
he's never had a job either.
I think that's a lot of like the things they're trying to do for Kit. Everything is to help him, to set him up to be more successful in life. And I do want to go back to the restaurant and where Kit was bratting out, because actually what happened was, whereas like bratting is fun, that particular scene, he went beyond bratting to a point where he was just really anxious because he didn't know where he stood with Colt and Lucas. He'd fallen in love by that point. So actually they described it as being disrespectful. And I think it was Colt took him outside and was like, you know what, we're falling for you. It's all going to be okay.
I love that scene.
But he didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and then he put him on speech restrictions, but it was like, it wasn't really bratting. It was anxiety, and Colt calmed him down and brought him back in and everything was okay.
Yeah.
Because our Kit's a silly bean.
He is. We didn't really mention, but during this kind of time, he starts redoing his house. Like, he starts redecorating, but because he's still in that like limbo of like, I really care for them. I'm falling in love with Colt and Lucas, and I want them to stay because they're they're staying with him. He wants them to live with them and stay like a little happy family. So he starts asking their opinions on things. He's like, okay, pick out a paint color. Help me pick out wine glasses.
Do you want this room to be?
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't drink wine. And he's like, yeah, but you do. Which ones do you want?
Yeah. And he's not forthcoming with, like, he's not saying I'm doing this because I want you guys to stay. He's trying to entice them by building a house together with them, sort of, without fully explaining. He's
Which
putting
they
pictures
catch on
of them
to
up.
eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like they're well aware of what he's doing, but
I'm sure Colt knew from the beginning. Yeah.
Well, at the beginning, at the very, very beginning, they were confused. They
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
well, you don't need our opinion on stuff. Like, why? You can just choose whatever you like. But then they started,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really sweet, but it's also just like it breaks my heart because Kit is he's just so scared of being alone and so scared of losing what's been started between them, and he so quickly grows to care for them and love them, and like he's just so anxious about the whole thing. So when they have that scene at the restaurant where he's like bratting and kind of like acting out, and Colt takes him out of the restaurant into like an alley, it was just like it made me so happy. Like, I mean, it was it was just really sweet because Colt kind of like reassures him, like, look, like, we're not going anywhere, like, we want you, we're in this. And
then he laid down the law and he was very stern and he was like, you will not act like that.
Oh yeah. Exactly. and then Abel acts out, and then Madigan takes him to Petco.
It makes him pick out a call. So with Abel's story, like they have like a humiliation thing.
Yeah.
But it's not to be, obviously it's not like to be cruel, it's to help Abel.
Get over his anxieties and his issues.
They have really good caring daddies in this book. I really liked them all.
Yeah. So anyway, so they go then to House McLean.
Yes.
And they're getting ready for the game.
The whole series is called the Game Series because it is centered around the game events that House McLean puts on. It's supposed to be every month. Later in the series, it's not every month because stuff happens. You have to read to find out. Stuff.
Whoa.
And
drama.
Things.
Stuff and things.
No way.
And drama.
Wow.
But they still try to do them every month. And this one is the Primal Takedown game.
It's the first one that they've done.
Yes.
This is the new. They try and change it up every year. So
Their inaugural game.
Like full on. It's not,
I know.
It's not just like
it's
a
very
little
intense.
Yeah.
It's not just like a normal forest primal thing. Like they have like lights and fog machines and
tracking
speakers in the trees that have like all the Doms voices pre-recorded that are like taunting all the subs in the forest. It was crazy. I was like, this is wild. This is wild.
It makes me think of like Hunger Games.
Yes, that's exactly what I pictured.
It was very intense. And like Kit's in there and he's like, he can like hear people screaming and he doesn't know if it's coming from the speakers or if it's from like the actual people in the forest. Like, right?
Yeah.
It was very intense.
I was very proud of Kit in that scene, in that whole.
Yeah, he did good.
Yeah. It's like that's where you see his like.
Where he starts to believe in his own strength.
Yes. You can see.
Colt was like, fight back. Like I want you to fight.
Promise that you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he gets the first like punch and kick in, I was like, fuck yes.
So they do sort of like pre-talk about it. Like Colt is like, listen, I want you to fight with your all. Like you can punch, kick, scratch. Like you fight your hardest. And then Colt isn't punching and kicking and stuff like that. Colt's just trying to like subdue him. But they like talk about limits and stuff beforehand. It's not like a surprise.
And everyone knows that they have their like safe word and stuff. In fact, I think there's a scene where Colt is like safe word. What's your safe word? And Kit's like, my safe word's fuck you or something like
that. Colt does check in with him. Yeah.
Obviously the whole book wraps up very sweetly and everybody's very happy, and that's kind of the end of their main story, although they get a sequel
Yeah, and they appear in all the other books too.
Yes.
I love their dynamic together. Like Colt and Lucas
Yeah.
together are so hot. But like Colt and Kit and Lucas, all three of them together, like they just all bounced off each other so well, and they flowed so well, and they were so hot.
Yes,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
I was to say, if you're a fan of authors who also like write characters and then continue to bring those characters into further stories and stuff, like, and you see those characters over and over and over again as side characters, or even like she comes back and like gives them full other books. Like I think it's like 10 books down from this one, they get another book.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is book 10, I think.
Yeah. Okay. She is great at that.
Yeah.
I love that.
You don't ever leave them behind.
Anyway, this book is actually very quotable. There's so many good,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I highlighted
Spicy
so
bits
many.
cute bits, and yeah,
So
me
many
too.
cute bits. I just love them so much. It was so fun.
Okay. No, I'm going to give you my favorite one. So throughout, Colt calls Lucas darling.
Oh
And then
yeah.
at the end, or near the end, we have this quote. This is from Kit's point of view again, obviously. He hugged me from behind and stroked my chest. Lucas turned on the rain function on the shower, and I let out a long breath. We got you, little darling. I giggled and sniffled at the same time. Darling is what you call daddy, and now I'm little darling? He smiled against my neck. It fits, doesn't it? You two are my darlings.
Oh,
I
I
love that that's
So
what
cute.
they get cool.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Not to bring it back to the spice, but I really like how Lucas has like this obsession with just playing with kids.
hmm
Yeah. He's just always grabbing his
You can say the word here, it's okay. Yeah.
His dingles.
He's grabbing his dingle dongle all the time.
On the bus.
But
Like,
it's
literally
so
their
hot.
first scene, isn't it, is like, I want a taste. I've waited long enough. Give me
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when Lucas like becomes like Lucas, right?
Yeah.
I know. What about this one? So we're in agreement. My eyes closed of their own volition and I couldn't open them again. Sprinkles are the best, I whispered to myself. Sprinkles and my daddies. Sprinkles on my daddies.
I love that one.
I like that we get to see Kit kind of open up to his little side, because in the beginning he doesn't really embrace it or anything.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the book, like he's got a stuffy,
Mhm.
and he's like really just kind of opened up to his little side thanks to his daddies, and it's really sweet seeing. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
There is a
was
ghost,
so
and
The
it
door
makes-
agrees.
Oh, it's opening again.
Oh my god. All right.
I think we should just prop it open.
So just to wrap it up, also like this series is one of my favorite, like probably my favorite. I don't know. It's one of my favorite series.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Each book features a different relationship and a different. Like I said, they go back to them, but most of them are different relationships and everything like that.
It's such a
Yay.
comfort series for me as well.
Oh,
So yeah.
it is. There are certain books that are more angsty than the others, but there are certain ones that are just super just cozy and comfy to read.
A little angst is
Lovely.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Though
like-
there's ones that are high angst too, but
Yeah. And then you get books like Hide With Me, which is book 13, which is so squishy and
It's so
lovely and so
I do
good.
love
That's
squish.
I don't know if that's my favorite. Like, I think that might be tied with Breathless for my favorite.
Oh yeah.
And Their Boy. I don't know where those three sit. They sit all together.
They're all so fun.
Yeah.
Hey brats, editor JD here. I just thought I would pop in, see how you're doing. How are you enjoying the episode so far? Oh, good. Hey, do any of you live in the UK? Maybe you also wish you could go to a book convention hosted by some of your favorite authors? Queerlit Southwest in Bristol is taking place on Saturday, July 4th. It's their first year in operation. And it looks like they've got a really great lineup of authors. So if you can, check it out and let us live vicariously through you. And now, back to the episode.
That was our buddy read of Their Boy by Cara Dee. Up next, we have our lovely Katie, who's going to be talking about
Rebel Sky Ranch and Kelly
by
Fox.
Kelly Fox. Yay! I'm so excited about this because I had read a little bit of Kelly Fox before we became friends. And then you're talking about the Rebel Sky Ranch books and like the Guardians books and stuff like that made me really excited. And I like binged them all so fast and they're so good.
Yes. I'm on like a little quest to read all of Kelly Fox's backlog. She has a huge amount of books. So there's like multiple
it's challenging
series
for some authors when you decide to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all kind of interconnected. So like there is a reading order. You can visit our website and there's like it lists the reading order and the books and the couples in them. But there's like so many ways that they like overlap and intersect, and it's just so fun. I love it.
As we were
And you've
talking
read
about with the
a lot
buddy
of them
for
now.
the yes,
Yeah, most all of the books. I have not finished the standalone novellas that she has. Those ones I need to. I think I've read like one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but most of the books I've read.
Nice.
Yeah. So this week I'm only talking about one particular series, and that is Rebel Sky Ranch. It is a 4-book series based in Central Texas. Actually, all of Kelly's books mostly take place in Central Texas. They're mostly like cowboy books. And I think Kelly actually lives there too. So
Fun.
Yeah. But so Rebel Sky Ranch, there's 4 main books, and then there is like a little novella. That you can read at the end. Actually, there's technically 2 novellas, but I've only read the first one. But it's a really good one.
That's possibly my favorite of the series.
Yeah, it is a daddy boy one.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
But, so for the Rebel Sky Ranch, book 1 is called Good Night, and that is it's my favorite of the series. Good Night is
so good.
Is amazing. So you've got Trip Goodnight and Sam. And so Trip Goodnight is the son of the owner of Rebel Sky Ranch. And one thing through the series with all 4 books, you get kind of like these prequel chapters from the point of view, or like during the time that Trip's mom was alive. Trip's mom, Renee, is not a character that is alive during the series, but she is featured kind of like heavily throughout, not heavily, but she is featured throughout the series. And she kind of becomes a character that you get to know. And like, honestly, one of my favorite characters in the series. Her story intertwines with everyone's story throughout the books. But she was the one that really wanted this ranch. And she fought for it. And she died from cancer before the story takes place. And so they have like this big field of bluebells in her honor. And the book starts with like Trip in that field of bluebells, and it's really sweet. But so Trip lives next door to Sam, and Sam is actually technically the brother of Anders and Odd. I feel like this is going to get confusing. Anders and Odd are characters from another series. Yeah, I'll skip that part.
Yeah.
Sam is related to some characters from another book. You actually meet him in another book. But he is a cowboy, and he lives on the farm next door. He is not ranchy or like farmy in any way. He's sort of not on the run, but he's sort of in hiding. His birth father is a horrible man who's super religious and wants to send him to like conversion camps and wants to
Straight in
wants
the trash. Get
Mhm.
in the
Yeah.
dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of wants to kidnap him and send him away. And so he's kind of like in hiding.
Yeah,
But he's
because his dad's
living
like a
good life.
famous evangelical, right? Like,
Yeah.
his name is known, and so
Yeah,
it's like
he's well
having
known.
a son who's like gay and on the run.
Cannot just abduct adults, even if
He
they are
tries
your
to.
children.
He tries.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
he's also really well connected to the point where like that he can kind of get it. Yeah, so Sam's really trying to keep himself like not in the spotlight, and so he cams anonymously. But one thing he likes to talk about during his cams is his future husband. And his future husband is Trip, who he has been admiring from afar for a while. It's really cute. And they finally get to meet. They have like such a meet cute. So Trip is like out with his horses and stuff, and he happens to spot Sam like falls into like a little ravine thing where there just happens to be some rattlesnakes. And he like he hurt his ankle, so he can't like get up and run away, but also like, yeah. So
Save me.
Trip literally like rides in on his horse and saves Sam. It's so cute. Like literally my hero.
Swoon.
Pull out of the snake pit.
It's Sam is just like, oh my god, like this man. It's so cute.
I do declare.
Did he get to ride on the horse?
Yeah, he like carries him on the horse.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. So he saves them, and they kind of like Trip is like, this man's beautiful. Like, wow.
But Trip is also straight, quote unquote.
Yeah. So Trip has only ever had one relationship, and it was him and like his high school sweetheart, and they stayed together for a while. But he's never really been interested in anyone else. He doesn't really look at anyone. And so yeah. But he gives Sam his hat, and during Sam, like later on, Sam cams, and Sam's like wearing the hat, and he's like, like role playing. It was really
those hats
cute,
are
also
expensive.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what a gift.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Sam starts
Wear the
hanging
hat,
around,
ride the cowboy.
right? He goes over to the farm to like thank Trip, and then they kind of become like friends. While there, he also meets Desi, who is Trip's uncle. He is Trip's mom's brother. Desi is.
Does he eventually wear the hat and ride the cowboy? I need to know.
I don't know that he rides the cowboy while wearing the hat. I think he might. I think he might.
I have a feeling.
He definitely rides
really
the
want
cowboy.
that to be a thing.
Yeah, he does.
If you're gonna give him your hat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
But so Sam kind of has like, he forms a friendship with Desi. They're very similar. Sam and
also
and
in
Desi.
age. Yeah.
In age. But also they're more they're very much more femme, and on
A bit sassy.
in Central Texas around a bunch of cowboys, there's not a lot of like femme boys, so they form a quick friendship, and they go like shopping together and lunches and stuff like that.
Cute.
And so this whole time Sam is just like pining. Sam is so in love, and he like literally talks about him like, this is my future husband.
Yeah.
So Trip finds out that he's a cowboy, and he finds his videos,
No.
and he watches them,
No.
and he
Yes.
it's definitely an awakening.
Just a little bit.
Then he can hear him talking about how
he does hear that.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he does.
And that man is him.
So Trip is definitely not straight. He's queer, but also I'm pretty sure he is demi, and so it's kind of like reveals to himself that it's like he forms that friendship, that connection, and then the feelings come in, and it's really sweet because he lives on like a farm in Texas. I think there's like a moment of like of anxiety from him, like, oh, like, you know, how do I be open? But he's surrounded by so many positive queer people.
Yeah.
So like the ranch hands on the farm, his father's super open, and so there's no bad,
His uncle
anything.
as well.
Yeah. So he comes out like not really with any fanfare. It's just sort of like mentioned one day.
Was it one of those moments where people are like, well, yeah, we knew, or something?
Yeah.
We kind of figured, yeah.
I
I like that it was just sort of like, oh yeah, like they just accepted. There's nothing about it.
I
But,
think
yeah, so
that
he-
I was going to say, I think that being demi is a reason why a lot of people don't realize until later in life that they are queer. Because it's like, if you don't really feel sexual attraction to somebody until you've gotten to know them, and if you were like, society is like straight pushing, right? So like, so if you're being pushed towards like, okay, yeah, everyone's straight and you're demi, then you're like, then you only assume that you feel attraction towards, you know, your opposite sex.
Yeah.
So, because that's what happened with me. It was like, I was just like, I only feel sexual attraction to people I get close enough to. And therefore it's like, oh, when you start having these like sexual attractions to people that aren't like straight presenting, then you're like, oh, okay, I'm not straight, you know? And I like that like, yeah. And I like that you worked that into this book though. It was that like, that was a scenario that I related to really well. And it was just like nice seeing it, you know, and instead of just being like, oh, I'm not straight, I just never knew. It's like, no, I'm not straight,
You got to see the mental process.
Exactly.
Yeah, he actually thinks on it a lot.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. But he realizes during one of the times he's watching Sam on cam. It's funny because Sam's like, Lord, that's a quote. Lord, when I tell you that I saw my favorite cowboy rescue a baby cow today, pregnant. I am most certainly pregnant now. He's my husband. He just doesn't know it yet. But it's so sweet. I love it. But so they get together. And there's not really a lot of drama or anything like that. I'm not going to spoil the ending or any of the surprises or anything like that. But they get together. Everyone's super supportive, and they're so good at the end. So he knows Sam cams, obviously, and at the end, Sam sort of stops camming as much. He sort of stops completely. But there's a scene at the end where he meets Trip in one of like the horse tack areas where like they keep all the horse supplies.
Mm-hmm.
That area sees a lot of action in this series.
And Trip has set up a camera so they can film them together. It's hot. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. I love it.
This book is probably like one of the most like, it's just like a warm hug. It was one of the most like, when I think of most romantic books I've read, this one is definitely high on like the romance aspect of it, and just like, cozy and sweet, and just like,
and it's not like there's like big dates or like big romantic gestures, but it's the feelings. It's the feelings and the little moments between them, and the way that they talk to each other and think about each other. It's swoony. Like that's the only way I know how to describe it.
Swoony. Yes. Like just like the emotions. Like once Trip acknowledges and accepts the emotions, it's so swoony, and like the feelings and the just like, I love it. I want to read it now.
It's very warm.
Trip is. I don't really like often pick people that I'm like, oh my god, I love this character, and like they're my book boyfriend or whatever. But like Trip is one of the people that one of the characters in a book that I've just fallen in love with. I love his heart, and I love his humor, and he's such a sweet character. I adore him.
Mm-hmm.
So next book in this series is also I'm going to say they're all favorites of mine because they are. But then
this one's my favorite.
I interject with a quick question?
Yes.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how horsey are these books?
Not very.
Not very horsey. The horsiest one would be Sparrow. Because Sparrow is
not
the horse trainer. Yeah, but it's not like it's
not like I brushed the horse and this horse was my horse and I loved this horse and it was my favorite horse.
I think it's good to know the percentage of horse, because for people who don't really read like ranch
books
and cowboy,
it's on the same level of Emmy Sanders.
That's a factor for us.
Yeah.
Well, if it's on the same level as Emmy Sanders, then that's like a lot more horse than I was expecting.
Yes, I wouldn't say it is at all.
I found
it's because you and I aren't anti-horse people, Katie. So
you didn't notice because you didn't mind, and I love those books. But there's so much horse in them.
Yeah, they do. So especially they do talk about the horses a bit. So in Goodnight, one of the things that they're talking about is the ranch isn't really doing well financially. And actually, Desi ends up stepping in and becoming what is it called? Investor. He becomes an investor because he's got a lot of money. And so they're working. What?
In terms of actual like horse detail.
Well, I did
read them a lot further apart. Yeah.
One of the things they do is they talk about like bringing in breeding and horse training and stuff. So like they do talk about horses, and there are scenes with horses.
Okay. Yeah, but my feeling was in terms of page time, although it's been like I read the two series really far apart, this has a lot less than the Darling Brothers.
All right. Yeah. Well, that answers my question. Sorry, that was not meant to take that long, but thank you.
Okay.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Now, so Sparrow, our most horse-forward book. Sparrow, my
beloved.
Sparrow is the horse trainer on the ranch, and he's
the horsiest of them all.
Yes. And so it's Sparrow and Luke McCall, who is like a rodeo.
Luke, my beloved
rider,
my actual
like a horse rider. He does the thing where he rides
He's a
in
bronco.
The pen.
Is that
there you go.
Word?
They call him a rodeo diva on the back of the book, and I was trying to
rodeo.
I was gonna
Rodeo
say like
king.
a rodeo. Yeah.
He's the rodeo king.
Rodeo King, yeah, okay. So in this book, it starts off with like Sparrow is at the rodeo trying to find, like putting up flyers because they're trying to find a ranch hand. They're trying to find somebody to help out with the ranch. And they have like a lot of mistrust because during the time that Renee, Trip's mom, was dying, they had a ranch hand who really abused his position. Did a lot of harm to the horses, really let the farm or the ranch go to like just kind of shambles
for everyone.
Yeah, and so Sparrow and Warwick, who are the two people that work on the farm, really have a lot of like self-blame for that. Like they feel like it's because they weren't paying enough attention, but they were all really close with Renee, and so everybody was so focused on grieving and the loss of Renee that they didn't really realize how bad the ranch was getting. So none of their faults. But anyway, so they're looking for a ranch hand, and while they're there, they happen to notice that Luke, he's like all over advertisements and stuff, and Sparrow's like, oh, I don't like that guy, because Luke had broken his hip riding a horse that Sparrow had trained, and the horse was then put down. So Sparrow has it in his head that like Luke is just some asshole rodeo guy that like doesn't care about the horses and just is there to make money and be a celebrity and could not give a shit about the health of the horses.
Why did they put the horse down? Just because?
Because that's what horse people do.
Yeah, so...
But we should say that, actually, Luke tried everything he could to save that horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody knows that.
Yeah, so in reality, Luke, all of Sparrow's thoughts around Luke are kind of... Yeah, assumptions are actually really inaccurate. Luke is actually a really wonderful character. But so Luke is going to get ready to ride, and you can tell that there's something wrong with his saddle. But he goes forward with the ride anyways, and he gets seriously injured, knocked off, trampled. It's bad.
Yeesh. Oh, no.
And during this, his shirt is torn, and it's like up on the Jumbotron for everyone to see. And it's revealed that he's got this whole sleeve, and it's very obvious, like it's a very queer themed sleeve, and there's like a silhouette of two men kissing, and so it outs him as being queer, which isn't really welcome in the rodeo space at this time. And then there's like people coming forward. He had hooked up with with a sex worker, and that sex worker came forward and like is like tweeting a bunch of things, like revealing more details, and it's just like
I think he sold his story.
Too.
Yeah, sold a story. It's really heartbreaking because Luke was like,
my poor baby.
I thought we were friends. Like, yeah. And so he, is going through like all the health stuff, like rehab, but he ends up going to Rebel Sky Ranch to like kind of take on the position, but like as a volunteer position because he needs to rehab his injuries, rebuild strength, mobility. But he's not going to take money for the job because he's super rich also.
He just wants to stay out of the spotlight for a bit.
Well, what a deal for the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Sparrow is like, absolutely not. Get this monster away from me. I hate him.
My
poor baby.
Yeah. He's very
I'm going to say that a lot.
Yeah. So Luke is actually such a sweet character. You find out his mom is a piece of work.
Yeah.
He pays for everything for her, and she is just she could not care less about him or his injuries or what he goes through as long as she gets what she wants at the end of the day. And so she's just so focused on like getting back up on the horse, getting back to riding, even though like he still has pain from when he broke his hip. And so with the injury of his with his like shoulder injury, so he does this thing where he like shibaris himself, like he like ties himself up with ropes.
He uses Shibari to like medically. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
But he is also actually into Shibari.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty heavily used in the book with Sparrow. But
he's
so it's
just
them
got that knowledge. Good for him. He can use it for good and evil.
Yes. And so Sparrow, it's like weird because so he hates Luke, but then he also kind of like sticks up for him, and they have this like hot, cold, on and off again. Not really on and off again, but like there's these moments where Sparrow's like, fuck, he's like so hot, but then also he's like, I hate this man. But he comes to like kind of realize that he was wrong about a lot of the things. He realizes that Luke actually really fought for the horses, and he really cares about the horses, and because this is the most horse forward book because the horses are super important to Sparrow.
But there's not actually that much horse.
It's more, because Sparrow's an artist, right? And
Yeah, he's a
Sparrow?
photographer.
He's a photographer, so there's actually more about his photography than there is about his like horses and stuff.
That's
like
true.
they do talk about the horses, but it's not like, I don't know. There's like not like
I just wanted to know, like, real quick.
yeah.
I'm thinking about that so
and
much.
more importantly, I believe there is hate fucking.
Yes, there is.
And
There is.
That's what you
here
want.
for.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where you can count me in.
Is
Horses or no horses. Yeehaw.
It's really sweet. I really like their story, but also like they're so hot together. Oh my god.
They really are.
Kelly has a way of writing really sweet, soft books, but then you get to the spice and it's just like blowtorch. Just
yeah.
Mhm.
It's so
really
good.
Yeah. And I don't want to go over all the little details, but Luke kind of like learns to stand up on his own against his mom and figure out kind of where he wants to go as far as like his rodeo work. And Sparrow gets his head out of his butt and realizes that like he doesn't hate Luke, he actually is falling for him, and
he's really
Sparrow's
protective.
family. Yeah.
He becomes so protective of Luke and like really wants to take care of him and stuff as well. It's really cute.
It is really good. So yeah, they become
and I love Sparrow's family that you meet, his mom,
and
his dad.
Yeah, so his dad's actually a character in the next book. I don't even know how to describe him, but he sounds so hot.
Yeah.
Like a silver
he
fox.
makes me and partly because of the audiobook, he is Pedro Pascal to me.
Yes.
Oh my god, I was just thinking
My
like
slutty
Pedro-
daddy.
Yeah. Or what's the name of the dad from Supernatural?
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Pedro Pascal, kind of like that's what I think of. Like
Oscar Isaac.
Daddy. Yeah.
Mm.
So he I don't want to say he sleeps around a bit. He sleeps with Warwick. I think he slept with Desi. Joaquin, I mean.
He has
the
a
dad.
fun time.
The dad, not.
He has a fun time.
There's
yeah,
there's a running joke, isn't there, that he slept with literally everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
On the
And
farm.
like it's not a secret.
Ranch.
It's not, yeah. But so his book is called. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. That's the last.
That's
book.
book 4.
So we have book 3. I'm so sorry. Book 3 is Navarro. So Navarro is Trip's dad, Wyatt, and Desi. So this
Desi, my
one
beloved.
is the most angsty. Like this one is.
Mm.
It's gonna break your heart, and it's gonna mend it though. It's okay.
Yes.
It makes me a little bit angry still.
Yeah, a
you
little
still
bit.
get angry at Trip.
So you've met these characters in Goodnight, Wyatt, Trip's dad, and Desi, and there's like a lot of little details, I guess, that you learn throughout the other books. Like in Goodnight, there's a scene where Sam kind of sees Wyatt with another man and realizes that he's actually not straight because Trip didn't know his dad was queer, and
They
so
used to
that's
have
when
really
it's kind of
cool-
revealed.
Yeah, they used to have really cool poly parties when his wife was alive.
Yeah, and you find out
Yeah, they
that
have-
it and Renee actually had like an open relationship and sort of. And then there was another person involved in the relationship that fell in love with Renee, and Wyatt wasn't comfortable with that, so then they stopped it and then they kind of closed it up, and that was kind of the end of it. More on that later. But so this book is Desi, and Desi has always been in love with Wyatt, who again, Desi is Renee's sister, Wyatt's
Brother. Wyatt's
no,
wife's
Desi's brother.
No. What?
You said Desi is Wyatt's sister.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was so confused what you guys are saying.
I'm getting really confused now.
All right, let me start that.
I'm gonna
Okay.
really need that map.
Yeah.
So Wyatt was married to Renee, and Renee is Desi's sister.
Yes. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. And Desi grew up around Wyatt and Renee and was always in love with Wyatt. Like
So Wyatt was Desi's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Desi
Got
is the uncle of Trip from book 1.
And there's like
Because
a
of
25-year age gap or something like that.
Mhm.
Or it's a big age gap.
And Renee knew that Desi was always kind of in love
It
with
was
Wyatt.
no
Like,
secret.
Was
yeah.
Renee also 25 years younger than
No.
Wyatt?
Renee is around Wyatt's age, I think. Maybe
Yeah.
a little younger.
So that
maybe a
their
little bit.
parents
Maybe a
just
bit
had
younger.
a long
Yeah.
gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they have different dads or moms.
I want something because Desi's dad is like also an asshole, right?
Oh yeah, Desi's dad's a huge asshole.
Yes.
Desi's dad finds him hooking up with a dude in the house and kicks him out, and so he actually ends up staying with Trip and Wyatt at the house.
It's a parental angst series.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. It doesn't play too heavily. It's really cute. Renee at one point made a bet with Wyatt that like if Wyatt married her brother, he had to take the last name Navarro because that's their last name. She's like, if that's
Renee's
married
last
to
name.
Navarros, you become one of us.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. So Wyatt knows that Desi's in love with him. Like, it's pretty obvious. But also, Desi's very vocal about his feelings for Wyatt. And Trip hates this. Trip is like, stop talking about wanting to fuck my dad.
Yeah.
Understandable. So understandable.
I don't blame him.
But everyone thinks it's kind of not quite a joke, but they don't think he's as serious as he actually is.
Because of how much he sleeps around and stuff too.
Yeah, he's
and how much
serious.
he talks about it. Yeah.
And when you're in this book, like in the beginning, so Wyatt is out at like lunch with his friend Patrick, who's a police officer, a sheriff, and they see Desi on a date, and Wyatt's like, oh, he's miserable. I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna save him from this date. And like he like can't stop like butting his head in. Like he's very clearly jealous, but he's like not willing to like admit it. Yeah. And then they have this Wyatt kind of puts his foot in his mouth, saving him from the date because Desi's like, I didn't need you to save me. Like, I didn't need you to help me with this, but like, thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
And then later there's like a pool party, and at the pool party, things pop off. So Wyatt's like comforting Desi, and Desi is like, I'm going for it. And he kisses him. And then all of a sudden, literally all of a sudden, Desi is on the kitchen counter. Wyatt is going down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was super steamy. But then freaking they're like in the house with everyone else, like they're having a pool party. Trip walks in. They like quickly
what a surprise.
Yeah. But like Wyatt's like, I gotta stop. I can't do this. This is crazy. What am I doing? Because he's like, it's my ex-wife's baby brother.
He feels guilty. Yeah.
He feels a lot of guilt. And like there is a theme of like kind of
your wife was literally okay with it.
Yeah, she said it.
She said.
She wrote it's in writing.
But that, like, it's one thing to, like, say that, and then for him to accept it himself. And so poor Desi really gets put through a lot.
Oh, God, I got so mad.
Yeah, Wyatt is so hot and cold. And he really wants Desi, but, like, he also feels so much guilt for wanting him. And it's just,
and
like,
also
a really
Trip is
big
really
push and
against
pull.
it.
Yeah, Trip is very...
really against it. And at one point he does walk in and find them, and he is
Pissed.
very upset. Yeah.
Well, I think
and it almost kind
Trip
of tears him
should
apart.
mind his own business.
This is the one time I was
your father
willing to...
is an adult. Your friend is an adult. Mind your own fucking business.
Listen, Sam puts Trip in his place.
Yeah.
And so does
eventually.
Desi. Yeah.
It's complicated and sad and sweet, but you really get to see how much love there is between all the other characters, because they really are there for Wyatt. They're there for Desi. And it's so sweet. And there's a scene where there is sort of like a second act breakup or third act breakup. And it destroyed me.
Me
I
too.
cried
sobbing
so much. Yeah. But like a good sobbing. Like I loved it. And everything ends up good, of course. It's so good. I love them together.
Worst breakup ever.
Yeah, honestly. It's a really good book. It's hard not to gush about all four of the books in this series because they are so good. But I just really love the dynamic between them, because there's kind of like this forbidden element, and it's really spicy, and there's like size difference, and it's hot. Also, Wyatt is kind of, he's not a big, he's a big dude, so he's kind of like plus size, and I just love, so Kelly Fox has this way of writing people with like a little pooch, like a little belly. And I just like I don't know how to explain it, but like their lovers are like feral about it. Like I just want to grab it and like eat it. Like so, but
he's a bear.
Yeah, I am a huge fan. I love the way Kelly Fox writes spice, and I love the way that she writes body types. And yeah, 10 out of 10. So now the last major book in the series.
So I opened up Warwick on Goodreads, and my review is why is it over? And then your review right below it says screaming, crying, throwing up.
Yeah, honestly, that's about how I felt. So as much as I love Goodnight,
I'm reading Katie's review, and it says that he's a lovable himbo slut, and I love that.
Warwick.
Oh my gosh,
Sorry.
Warwick is one of my favorite books in the series, but it's also super emotional.
God, yes. I cried so much.
Yeah.
You remember I said that there was a third, like someone in the relationship that had fallen in love with Renee, and then they, Wyatt was like, I'm not okay with that. It was Warwick. Their ranch hand.
Bastard.
So he's in
who
love
still
with
works
Renee.
there.
Yeah, who still works there. He was in love with Renee, and
even up until she died, like
I mean, still now in the book he's in love with her, but like,
damn.
Yeah, and
that's why he's a slut.
Yeah, so he doesn't feel like he could love somebody else, not in the way that he loved Renee. And he was like, when he confessed to her, and she kind of was like, I love my husband. I love you, but I love my husband. It was very respectful, but he also was super nice about it, and he was like, okay, like I accept that. I'm gonna stay on the farm and take care of your husband and the farm and your son, and like, because he loved her so, like his love for her was so much that he wants to help her family. You know what I mean? Like, not in a weird way.
He just wants her to be happy.
Sense? Yeah, he wants her to be happy, and so
it's hard. It was hard to read.
So this book is Warwick, Joaquin, and Colt. And Colt you meet in Sparrow. Colt is Luke's best friend, and he is just like literally big teddy bear. He is so sweet. He's a little shy.
He's a cub.
Yeah, he's a big old baby bear. Warwick
Redhead baby bear.
A big old slut. He sleeps with everyone. Joaquin, big daddy slut. And then their little baby bear. But I love this book because
big daddy slut in daddy, real daddy way, or
no daddy. Sorry, not in this book. But it would be so good.
Wait for 4.5.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I'm not a big fan of like jealousy in a book, really. Like especially between like in a triad where there's like jealousy between.
Yeah, I don't like that.
This book. Okay, so first off, Warwick is an idiot, like a lovable idiot. Like he's just so stubborn. He's like, I can't be loved. I can't love anyone. And Joaquin and Colt are like, but we want to be with you. Like, and so they decide to do this thing where they're like, we're going to be together. Me and Joaquin and Colt are like, we're going to be together. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because it starts off with Colt and Warwick hook up, and Colt starts developing feelings for Warwick, but Warwick's like, I don't do feelings. I just hook up. That sort of thing. And then Joaquin comes in and starts working there. And then Joaquin and Warwick start hooking up, but also start hooking up more than once. And then poor Colt is seeing this, and he's like, he's got such poor self-esteem for himself. He's just like, thinks it's like, I'm not desirable. Like,
yeah, I'm just fun to hook up
and
with.
I'm just fun to, yeah, exactly. And he
thought that Warwick was just like giving him a line.
Yeah.
To get out of it.
Yeah. And so that's where the jealousy comes in at first from Colt's point of view, because he's kind of jealous of Joaquin hooking up with Warwick.
So I should preface, I kind of jumped the gun with this, but Joaquin starts working on the ranch. Colt also works on the ranch, and they're all staying in the bunkhouse for the ranch hands. So they're all living in the same area. They're all working together. And so like there's this dynamic of, boss, employee, / roommates. When they realize that so Joaquin and Cole also sleep together, and they realize that why doesn't Warwick see that we would be so good together?
Yeah.
And they realize that he's just he's so in his own head about I can't love anyone after how I loved Renee. So they decide to be together, Colt and Joaquin, and sort of make Warwick jealous. But it's
yeah.
They start going on dates and stuff.
Yeah.
They want to seduce him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Step one is the jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Warwick does get very jealous. And I am all for it, because I'm like, Warwick, get your head out of your butt. Are you kidding me?
Seriously? You get so angry at Warwick.
I do love him, but like again, he's just an idiot. I love him,
Yeah.
but he's an idiot. He's such a sweet character, but it takes a while for him to get over all his stuff and kind of admit his feelings and be okay with loving somebody, because like it's super sexual from the very beginning. The sex is not the problem. There's no issues with that. So Colt is a little bit self-conscious because he's a little plus size.
Yeah.
And so there's like a little bit of, I'm not as like stacked as like, because Warwick and Joaquin are like buff daddies, they're like
they're
strong. Yeah.
But Joaquin loves Colt's, like they both
they
kind
worship him. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's
so
very
into him.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. But I like, there's this bit where they talk about how like, yes, they're all together, but like there are times where it's just Joaquin and Colt, or just Joaquin and Warwick, and they have like this really good dynamic when they're all together. They have this really good dynamic where they understand like there's a time where, Warwick can give me what I need, or Colt can give me what I need, and they like, I don't know how to explain it. They just have this really good feng shui dynamic.
They keep the separate room because there's times like Colt wants to sleep alone, like he doesn't want to be like you know,
cuddled,
or he just wants his he just wants his alone time, so he'll sleep alone. Or there'll be times where they'll all want to squish together. And I appreciate that, because it's like, it's not like they're perfect all the time, they always want to be together, they always want this way. Like I like that Kelly says, no, relationships can look different, and this is how theirs looks, and it's not always I have to be touching you all the time because I love you so much type situation.
Yeah.
There's
another little theme so in the book you learn that like Warwick's childhood wasn't very nice, and he's got scars and stuff from it, and so that's also kind of a factor. Like he's really it's like a big hurt comfort book. He's just scared inside. He really is just scared of being loved and scared of loving, but also scared of being alone, and it's very emotional but also so hot. Oh my gosh. I
loved it.
I believe it. Is there not a little rope play in this one too?
I think so. Or at least restraints.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Tags. There's breath play.
Yeah, there's like definitely edging. Yeah.
Docking and DP.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to say there was rope play.
Yeah. I just opened my book to a spicy scene and I'm like, hell yeah. It's
hello.
Oh my God.
Katie, come back. We're not done. Close that book. Stay with us, Katie.
But one thing, so throughout the whole book, like I said in the beginning, you get these little bits and pieces of story from Renee, and I don't know if I cried more over the stories and the characters or if I cried more over Renee.
Me too.
She's such a well-written character, so full of love and so sweet. And her love for each of the characters, like she was friends with Sparrow. She was, she had a relationship with Warwick. Obviously, she loved her son and her husband, and her brother. And it's just like, it's so well written. And I just love that theme of like everyone dealing with their grief of her loss, but also the huge amount of love they had for her. And it was just, I thought it was just so interesting.
It was so well done. I don't think I've ever come across that before, how extensively there was a character who wasn't in the books, but she had such an impact and it was so emotional.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. She
I was reading
for somebody who wasn't even physically in the books. Yeah, like you felt like you knew her and you felt connected to the character about it. Like at the end of the book, there's something that happens with like everybody gets together and there's this event and they talk about how like her picture is like front and center, and then there's also she was also a photographer, right? And so there's a picture she took of like everybody that was also very important, and it's just like you feel her in the book.
Yeah, I was reading the front part of Goodnight, and I was reading the character of Renee is like based on like a real person from Kelly's life, and I just thought that was really beautiful. Yeah, I thought that was lovely. So that's the four main books. I do want to mention, because it's such a good novella.
Yeah.
So after this whole story takes place, there's a novella 4.1, The Sheriff's Troublemaker. And that features
Yeah.
Patrick, who's the sheriff, who's friends with Wyatt.
Daddy Patrick.
Daddy Patrick, and Jason Jennings. Now you'll meet the Jennings brothers in Goodnight, and they segue you into the second series, which is Wild Heart Ranch, also a really good series.
So good.
They are the villains, kind of. Honestly, they're kind of villains.
They're like
Cowboy
Goodnight.
villains.
They have a
It's
lot.
the beginning of their redemption arc, isn't it?
Yeah.
This series.
They have a lot going on. There's a lot of like negative things I could say about them, but I don't want to bring that up. But so Jason Jennings is
Understood?
Yes. Kind of.
Yes, but they also do a lot of wrong. They're
Yeah.
They're
but there's-
misunderstood,
yeah.
but they're also little shits.
Yes. There's
yeah.
there are moments where they're not good people, but
They're hurt, and so they've hurt.
Yes.
They lash out to hurt other people. But so Jason he keeps getting arrested, and he's like kind of like lashing out and doing it on purpose to get attention. And the sheriff is like, I'm done with this. And he wants to just like put him over his knee and like get, punish him or whatever. But it's a
Do it.
yeah. The sheriff's worried about re-election, and he's worried about what people will say, because like the Jennings brothers are like
doesn't
kind
have
of
to
well
do it in
known.
public.
Well, they're really well known within the town, and Jason's trying to like put his life back together. But they get together. It is so hot. Like he needs daddy, and he needs to be taken care of, and he does get taken care of. This was the first book I ever read with sounding, and I thought it was so good. Yeah, it was spicy.
good interaction.
It's just like a lot of redemption, a lot of spice, a lot of like just really needy sweetness. And it's pretty short. It's like 170 pages. Like it's not a long book,
Yeah, it's not super long.
but it's so good. And then that leads you to the next series, which also again you should read. You should read every Kelly Fox book. They're so good.
Unfortunately, you can't read the sheriff book without having read the series, because it covers a lot of things that happen in the series in very brief detail. So it doesn't make any sense if you don't read the other books first.
Yeah, but again, all of these books are so good. You're gonna love them. I promise.
There's even less horses in Wild Heart Ranch. So
yeah, even less.
The horse percentage goes down even more.
yes,
But
and then
more
Sworn
murder.
Enemy. Yeah,
Oh, more murder. Oh, see, now that's where
I mean, we
I'm
are starting
catching
at
on.
0.
Yeah. Kelly actually has a lot of Kelly Fox's books are actually really murdery. These are the only books I think that don't really feature murder. Actually, no, there's a couple series that don't really have a lot of murder, but these are one of the few.
She uses her writing to like exact the vengeance that she wants it happen in real life.
Yeah.
Like the murderers go after traffickers, or go after like
Yeah,
really
abusers.
horrible people, like
The
abusers
people
and
that
stuff
deserve
like that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it.
And
have-
JD, you will love Sworn Enemy because it's enemies to lovers.
It's like
a redemption
it is
arc.
the enemy to lovers. Like
Yeah,
it
it is like hottest hate fuck scene ever. It's like
Well, I'll have to be the judge of that.
but also it's like it's so like needy, like little.
Yes.
He's just not little, but
and
like,
like these like just like the amount of not groveling, but just like wanting thinking that he'll never forgive him for what he did, and then just it's just like if you love a redemption arc, it is the redemption arc. Like it's just so emotional. It's so like I love it.
I do love a good grovel.
Yes.
it's really.
And to be clear,
good.
this is Wild Heart Ranch book 1.
Yeah, sorry, that's Wild Heart Ranch.
Yeah, that's
Tangent.
Justin Jennings, Jason's brother.
Justin Jennings. Yeah. Who you meet in
You'll meet all these characters and you'll fall in love with them and you'll become obsessed, and then you'll read all of Kelly's books, and then you'll come chat to me, Katie Cat Reads on Instagram. Come talk to me about Kelly Fox books.
That's what I did. I was like, I think I started with the Mafia series, and then I was like, oh, there's these characters in the Mafia series. Who's this Anders person? And then it was over. I was like,
Oh my gosh, yeah. so many characters that she writes that are just so funny and so
Yes.
wild and out there. So Anders Bash and Odd Bash you
Odd
meet in
Bash.
Goodnight because they're the brothers that
Of
help
Sam.
save Sam.
yeah,
Yeah, and
I
they're
love
just
that.
Their books are so good. Actually, Kelly is writing a series now that is the children of those characters.
I know. I'm so excited to read that.
I know. I was hoping for like a little Sam spotlight, because like he would be their uncle, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him yet, so
maybe soon.
There's still time.
There's
one more book I need to read.
Yeah. And Sanctuary was the one that the first, like, that's the, I think if you're going to start with this whole adventure, start with Sanctuary.
The first book.
Yeah.
Well, technically Scout and the Lavender Girl, but that's a prequel.
Yeah. Oh, that one's good too. I love that.
Yeah, it's Evie and Scout.
And that's a spinoff from.
My God.
Yes.
Again, go to Kelly Fox's website. There is a reading order.
If you want to do
fine to start with
wherever.
That's what I did.
Whatever
I jumped
you
right
want
into
and go
Goodnight.
crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, that is my obsession.
Yay.
Kelly Fox, if you're listening, I love you. In a normal amount way.
And then,
Very normal.
not stalking.
Yes.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yes. But also, if you wanted to write a little follow-up story where Trip does get Sam pregnant, I'd love that.
Just a quick AU.
Yes.
Just so,
Yeah.
just as a
quick
treat for everyone.
Oh my God, I would die. I would love like a Western, like a Cowboy Omega verse. Oh my God.
Kelly Fox, there is a gap in the market.
Yeah. This was like
this
Cowboy
idea
Awakening
is free.
for
We're
me.
not charging. You're welcome.
I was only friends with Kit when I read these, and I just remember I would not stop talking about them. You poor thing. I was obsessed with cowboys.
enjoyed it. Yeah, no, you're the reason that I read the series as well, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading them.
Yes.
That makes me so happy.
And you're the reason why I read it. Because I read the Monster
Hell yeah.
series. The Mob.
JD,
not
I'm
Monster,
coming
the
for
Mobster.
ya.
He is the Kelly Fox evangelical, and
Yes.
I'm the E.M. Lindsay evangelical.
Yeah.
And
Winter's evangelical. And Kid is
Nick
the.
Slater.
Yeah. I was saying, or you're just.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say
And
Anne
they-
Rose.
I'll take all
Kit
of
has
those.
a lot. Kit
Yeah.
splits their devotions.
I was gonna say
Many
Kid
directions.
is the daddy boy, the like yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
only
goes for
read
the genre, not as much
I only
as
read
the author.
Lily Mayne because of Kit.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I am very proud of that.
And now
Yeah.
I have a literal whole shelf devoted to Lily. All right.
Good
Wow.
job.
Well,
Well,
look at us.
Look at
I'm
us.
gonna go
Great
reread these
talks,
books
guys.
now.
We freaking did it again.
I know.
I'm proud of us. We all deserve cake.
Yeah, we did it. Ew, I don't
already have
any,
mine.
but
I don't have
we
any
could-
more.
We could acquire some.
Yeah.
Well, that's really on you, Kit. We gave you the plan.
Yeah,
We
but
said
the plan
eat
was
half
always
now,
going to
eat
fail.
half
Like,
later.
yeah, that was never going to happen. Let's be
That requires any amount of self-control near cake.
exactly. Yeah.
No,
Don't have none of that.
No.
it's not here. Unavailable
No.
at this time.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, I'm so warm. It got warm in here again.
No.
It's making me sleepy.
I know. I hate
Should we
that.
say goodbye to the people?
Say goodbye.
Yeah, Katie, sing the song.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Sorry, I really threw you under the bus there. We don't
I
have the
know.
song yet. And we
You know what I
probably
can sing?
never will.
Yeah, probably not. I can sing the little Einstein song.
Bye.
As we fall into more rambles, goodbye. Thanks for
I love
listening.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all for this week, brats. We are going to scurry back to our book nests, but we would love it if you join us next Thursday for more rat shenanigans. Until next time, you can find us on Instagram at Rainbow Book Rats, or join our Patreon where you can get exclusive access to uncut episodes for all of our extra rat nonsense, sticker packs and other fun merch, and invites to game nights and other various events. Certain tiers also get a shout out at the end of every episode. The Rainbow Rat King is ever growing, and joining the horde alongside Carly and Meta, we have Beth and Kaya. Thank you all so much for your support. And as always, email your comments and questions to rainbow.book.rats@gmail.com. We read everything you send us, and we do our best to get back to you quickly. And wherever you're listening, we'd love it if you could rate and review the podcast. That helps so much. Have a great day and stay feral.